Welcome back to Instant Replay Live and Mordor in Flames. We're going to finish this in today's episode. No more Shadow of Mordor.
And as a challenge to Nick, I'm not going to talk the entire video.
That's cool. I've always wanted that, actually. I've been waiting for that moment where I could just cut you out of the show and never have to deal with it.
Have we talked about how you want me to die?
You failure!
Have you talked about how you want me to die?
Oh,
The series can be successful.
You can talk about that.
So Nick's secret hope is that I'll die tragically, or at least semi-tragically, so that
God, if
he
you
can
died
use it.
now.
Yeah. If only. Oh, I'm being murdered. Oh. So basically, Nick wants to use my death as a way to make this channel successful.
It's not so much that I want to use it, just that I would if it happened.
That's beautiful. Man.
Oh man, I forgot about this final thing. I forgot about this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But you've already experienced it, so we're not going to react.
But I forgot.
Let's be so mellow. This isn't exciting anymore.
One of the most perfect story
dead to me.
elements to me.
Yeah, actually. Let's be real.
This is where I was like, well, I might have said it before this point, but it really drills home. This is not Talion's story at all.
Right.
This game is all about Celebrimbor. And should we just take a moment?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's let this play.
Doesn't look like it'll fit my nose.
The eyes. Oh man, and that's so cool too. This still amps me up. This is still so cool.
Right? Because what's great about it is it start to point where you realize Celebrimbor is not really in this for his family.
Yeah.
That's how he connected with Talion, but that's not really.
He is just as much a slave to the ring as anyone else who's ever worn it.
It's just so great.
The ring corrupts.
It's kind of like, I feel like this is like, they respected the material in a way that The Force Unleashed didn't, I feel like. Mm-hmm. These characters are not, they're badasses in fighting, but they're not any more powerful than Frodo, in terms of dealing with the ring.
In this? Oh, in dealing with the ring specifically. Right? Yeah, everybody is victimized by the ring. Yeah.
You can't have your chosen, these characters be more powerful than the chosen character of the primary story of the universe.
Yes.
And that's where Starkiller in Force Unleashed was such a blasphemy.
Imagine him fighting Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it was just been like, this isn't like.
Yeah.
It's the same. I think with it's the same. I guess argument I have with Yoda, where the Force isn't about being combatively badass. It's about being mystically above.
This series comes back to Star Wars a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is for us.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings are the two best universes?
Ooh, maybe. I don't know about that, but they're certainly up on high tiers, certainly. Yeah.
I know you haven't read it, but the only universe I can think of that comes close in terms of just feeling so rich to me is Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson, which is my favorite book. At least the first one is my favorite book. Because the thing that he does really well, that kind of reminds me of Tolkien, especially in this book, was just weaving this crazy dense mythology that you don't really know if the people who are talking about it are right or wrong. It feels like everybody has pieces of the mythology, but you don't know who's accurate, and it makes the world feel so much more engrossing that way. And I think Star Wars did it similarly, where you had characters like Han arguing that the Force didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And even though we knew it did.
Yeah, of course.
It was like that's a real thing.
It makes it more mystic and powerful, yeah.
And then you go back 30 years and the Force is everywhere. And it's like, how did anybody forget in 30 years that this happened? Which is, I mean, I feel like the Jedi needed to be farther separated from
What would be
Coruscant.
the comparison? Yeah, my own guy hating Karagors again. That happened last time too. He gets more powerful because I have a Karagor. Oh, somebody's a monster slayer.
What would be the comparison? What do you mean?
I'm 30 years old. It would be like me forgetting something that happened in '85 as ever being around.
Right.
I don't believe in the original Legend of Zelda.
Well, that was post '85, wasn't it?
No, that came out in '85.
Oh, 85.
The NES Zelda came out in '85.
I mean, you wouldn't didn't believe in Star Wars or Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Lord of the
Those
Rings
are
or
before.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Star Wars is just a myth. That movie never existed.
Willow would be your iconic.
Lucasfilm.
Although, I mean, boy, Mad Mardigan was quite a character.
Oh, I lost my bone licker.
Ah,
What am I gonna do without a bone licker?
that sounds like quite an insult. Bone liquor.
Licker.
Actually, it sounds like a rap name, to be
All
honest.
right, I should kill some of these guys.
Nah,
let
man.
my character do his thing.
Oh,
I
nice.
can't believe that actually hurt him. Excuse me, Caragor, you're in the way.
Right in the orc knee.
Please move. Fourth talon of the hand.
Fourth Talion of the hand.
Yeah.
What? Twist.
Deception.
Talion is orcs.
Oh. Okay.
Every time you die, an orc is born.
Well, that would be... Uh-oh.
Oh,
That was
I don't know
unexpected.
what just happened.
I got hit by a shield while I was in slow time.
Slow time?
Oh!
What is going on?
Who did that? That was amazing.
Oh, it's the third Talion of the hand.
But who did the fire?
Oh, these guys are all speaking in Mordorese.
Yeah, I have had a problem with that a little bit throughout the movie. Like the almost Cockney, like, British dorks, like...
Oh, like when they're speaking English? Yeah.
Yeah.
You said movie.
What?
Is this just a cinematic experience for you? Is that what it is?
I didn't say movie.
Oh, you did.
Whatever. We'll see that on the thing throughout the movie.
I mean, I don't have to. I know what you just
It
said.
doesn't matter. The point is, I've had a problem with that this whole time. That they speak English and with British accents. Like,
I mean, that's
it
the
just-
only way to make people feel like it's a medieval place.
yeah, exactly. It kind of goes back to your argument of shall and shall not.
Yeah,
or
shall and
will
will
not. Yeah. Did we kill them all? Is there another one? Oh, we got him.
I guess for me, I'm a
Oh,
person
that's
who's
behind.
really critical when I'm doing writing in any capacity. I go back and I decide, is there a stronger way to word this? And so I always go for power words over soft words, unless I'm writing for a certain character's voice. But as somebody like who's trying to reach an audience, you want to use words that are commanding. And shall to me feels like a very weak version of will.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this whole conversation like 2 episodes ago.
I guess so. Yeah,
So-
it's a very big issue to me, man.
We don't need to go and redo it again.
Can we,
but,
though?
No, but I still don't agree with you. I just, the point remains, though, that it is just like, we need to British it up so it's medieval. Like, that is still a problem, but that's the only part of that problem I agree with.
Well, let us know in the comments below. Will not or shall not? Which
From
sounds cooler?
two episodes ago, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
If you didn't leave a comment then, please go back. Don't leave it here. In fact, leave no comments on this video. The finale video gets no comments and 0 views.
Just write no comment in your comment.
No, don't do that. Don't do anything. Just leave it
We
blank.
could just not post this video.
Oh, sorry, we lost it again. We are recording, right?
Oh, it's the Black Hand.
That's racist, Joe. I can't believe you'd say that in public.
He's white.
That's racist, Joe. You saying just because he's white he can't be black?
That's a real thing in America, though, isn't it? Can we talk about that?
Ooh, if you can keep it from being insulting.
I just watched actually an interview with 50 Cent. He was talking about how
pronouncing
it's hard.
his name.
No,
okay.
It's hard for hip hop rap is a black people music. It's part of their culture, but they have a hard time accepting that Eminem is basically the best rapper. That's how he feels.
He's so good, yeah.
And that's where I got.
Maybe things shouldn't be considered one race or another's thing. Maybe it should just be a human thing.
I mean, Macklemore's pretty great too. So
Yeah, but he's not. Macklemore is a fantastic artist, but he's not on the same level
I don't know,
as
man.
a rapper. I'm just talking strictly as a rapper. As a sort of total composition, he and Ryan Lewis make fantastic things, but as a strict rapping basis,
Well, where does Sauron stand on the rap chain?
just below Aaron Hansen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good job, Game Grumps. You're Aaron. You rap just slightly better than Sauron, but not quite as good as Gimli.
And all Gimli does, he's like the hype man. He just goes, "And my axe." And just add that to any rap.
Goodness, this scene.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, it's so brutal, that blood dripping off the hammer. It just makes Sauron such a badass, too.
It really does, yeah. You get
like
to
a
see
scary
Sauron,
badass, yeah.
The Dark Lord gave you a second chance.
Fuck, we talked about all that while completely ignoring what was happening.
I mean, we've experienced
I know,
before,
it's so hard.
We can't lie to the
But
audience.
we have to... No, I would never, but I just want to show off what's happening.
Oh my god, he's killing himself!
How could we ever have expected that coming?
Oh my god, is Talion gonna bleed out into his face now?
That's so fucking cool, though.
Yeah.
Like, I never expected...
I think what we can do, though, is complain here. We can complain about what this is.
Yeah, the actual fight itself that's about to come. I mean, spoilers
It looks
for
cool
the next few
and
seconds.
it's exciting because we get to have a little like dance with Sauron. But I wanted the classic sword fight, but without the wraith powers here. And you know, you're fighting somebody with the wraith powers, basically. Like what you had that made you strong the whole entire game is gone
and used against you.
Yeah, and used against you, and that would have been. It's the problem is it's against game design. Right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful story wise, but it's when you're just talking about players and what they expect from game design. For some reason, stripping powers at the end is wrong.
Yeah, I'd be into it. I would totally be fine with it if they had made you do that fight. And I feel like games have done it before.
Rarely. I can't think of any off the top of my head immediately. I'm sure I could dig for it, but
yeah. But it was still, in spite of that not being a real fight, what we just experienced being a complete QuickTime event, boring experience as far as I'm concerned.
The first time you played it, you had to mash A twice.
I just did, didn't I?
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
I
think I got the exact same pattern. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, it's good, but you know, it definitely cap-ended the game quickly. It didn't drag out the fight or make you like... The one downside of that fight would be like, what if you died and you lost all the impact, right? Because you're not coming back if the Wraith is not in you.
Yeah, so now it hurts the gameplay story mix.
Yeah, so there's an interesting element there where it's like, you had to win that fight.
Now, what it does do well is the story, which is, you know, it seems like Talion is just your cliche revengeance character. Revengeance, yeah.
And now that he's gotten his revenge, he should fade off into the night, but...
Instead of rejoining his family, which is what he's talked about, right? Like, he wants to be free of the Wraith and rejoin his family in the afterlife. He's like, what? Oh,
yeah, that line.
It's great.
A new ring. The One Ring is called the One Ring for a reason.
Right, yeah.
What are they going to get?
So the sequel's got to fail miserably in some regard for Talion, but...
You mean making the ring has to fail?
Well, maybe they make it, but it gets destroyed or something cataclysmic.
It's just not as good or something.
He can't beat Sauron, obviously, right? And that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to like take the fight. So,
yeah.
How do they make it? I mean, you've got to have a victory in the next game, but how do they make it so that you are victorious, but also you Pyrrhic victory is, I guess, what it is. You know?
Yeah.
Win the battle, but lose everything.
Well, guys, this was our finale. Re-recorded. We're sorry that we couldn't give you the original experience, but we gave you what we could. I think it's such an interesting dynamic with us because we have a small audience, a very loyal, awesome audience, and we did this for you, but we don't even know how much you care about the game. Did you like this? If something like this ever happens again, is that what you want to see? Because it wasn't a big deal. Like going through the game again, it was way less of a big deal than I thought it was going to be.
If you want us to finish games like this, just put below in the comments, no comment.
Oh, I forgot we were not supposed to comment on this one. Never mind, I don't want to hear anything you have to say.
Your opinions are dead to us.
Next time on Instant Replay Live, we'll be playing something new.
And we'll welcome your opinions then, but right now...
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow, wow. Really kick it.
Yo, plans, free stroke, Sonic Golf.
Sonic Golf.
Edwakun Daras.
Good enough.
Halal falafel Jafayet. I said falafel.
I know.